Hello Manchester fans, welcome to Manchester United Daily Updates. Before continuing this video, click the like button and subscribe to the channel to stay updated with the latest news from Manchester United. Victor Gyökeres' gentleman's agreement provides transfer boost for Manchester United. Manchester United could land Sporting CP star Victor Gyokeres for less than his £84 million release clause next summer. The Swede, who has continued his goal-scoring spree for Sporting this season, has emerged as a top target for United following the arrival of Ruben Amorim as head coach. Former Arsenal captain William Gallas believes the Gunners have no chance of signing Gyökeres as the Frenchman tips United to be successful in the race for his signature. Gyökeres has a release clause in his deal at the José Alvalade Stadium which is set around £84 million and expires in 2028. According to The Sun, Gyökeres is believed to have a gentleman's agreement with Sporting that will allow him to go for much less if he sees the season out with them. Sporting would demand £67 million but could accept as little as £63 million. 3 Premier League clubs are believed to be interested in the 26-year-old, including United. The others are Arsenal and Chelsea. Amorim has ruled out signing any Sporting players in January, but that doesn't mean United won't chase any of them in the summer. The former Sporting CP boss said, via the Metro, "I've just made peace with the Sporting fans, so I'm not even going to make a joke about it. Gyökeres is a Sporting player and it's a great club, he did a lot for the club. He just has to stay and finish the season at the club." After citing the above report and reading Amorim's recent comments, I can't help but feel he already knows about Gyökeres' gentleman's agreement. How couldn't he as his previous manager? Amorim has pull factor when it comes to Sporting players, who will be devastated to see him depart. Gyökeres already admitted that they will miss him dearly. "We will miss him a lot," the forward said. "We've done amazing things together. We have to look forward and attack the next challenge ahead of us." Victor Gyökeres can bring goals to Manchester United. United are likely to be in the market for a number 9 after struggling for goals again this season. New signing Joshua Zirkzee doesn't look like a goalscorer and Rasmus Højlund is a work in progress. The Reds have been reliant on Alejandro Garnacho's goals this season. But he's still a youngster, which makes inconsistency inevitable. Gyökeres has 27 goal contributions in 18 matches for Sporting this season, and it wouldn't surprise me if Amorim made him a priority target next summer. Gyökeres' gentleman's agreement, which opens the door for United. According to The Sun, Gyökeres' £84 million release clause may not need to be activated for the Reds to sign their man. It is believed that should Gyökeres choose to stay at Sporting for the remainder of the campaign, the Lisbon club would be willing to accept an offer as low as £63 million for him in the summer. This would allow United a lot more wiggle room and prevents the fear of them being gazumped in January by another club. As mentioned, Arsenal are one of the clubs believed to be interested in Gyökeres, but their former defender William Gallas is confident that he will not be moving to the Emirates Stadium. He told Genting Casino, "Arsenal have no chance of signing Victor Gyökeres, he will choose Man United. Gyökeres will follow Ruben Amorim to Man United. I think Gyökeres would suit Man United's team too." What Gyökeres has said about his future. Gyökeres has refused to speak about his desire to join United or any other club for that matter. He has insisted his focus is on the future with Sporting, but as we all know, that does not rule out a transfer to another club. While it may seem a no-brainer for United to purchase Gyökeres considering the links to Amorim, the purchase could be taken completely out of their hands. Amorim has already promised Sporting that he will not poach any of their players in the January transfer window. A move for Gyökeres would perhaps be more realistic in the summer, but considering Arsenal and Liverpool have both been linked, the Reds could miss out thanks to Amorim's admirable stance. Why Gyökeres is linked to United? The links between United and Gyökeres were bound to crop up when Amorim was appointed manager of the Reds. United have struggled for goals from their centre forwards for some time, and the Swede is a constant source of goals for Sporting. He has grown a good relationship with Amorim after the Portuguese snapped him up from Coventry City for £20 million, and it is only natural that Gyökeres could make the switch to the Premier League to join his old boss on his new chapter. £41 million Vinicius Jr.-like player to Man United is one transfer to watch in January. Manchester United are eyeing up a forward who has been likened to Vinicius Jr. ahead of a swoop in January. After 12 goals in 11 Premier League games, attacking reinforcements are needed at Old Trafford. Ruben Amorim arrives at Carrington with a lot of work to do, and the attack will need as much work as any. Manchester United have lacked a clinical edge all season barring a few games, such as Southampton, Barnsley and Leicester twice. With Amorim set to shake things up in the forward line, now United have been linked with a move to sign one of Europe's most informed footballers. Manchester United could sign Omar Marmoush in January. This season has seen some impressive attackers establish themselves among the best in the continent. But Omar Marmoush may very well be the most impressive of all. The Egyptian international has scored 14 and assisted 10 in just 16 games across all competitions this season. It is this form which has led the Frankfurt forward to be courted by Europe's elite. Manchester United were first linked to Marmoush in October, while Liverpool are also showing substantial interest in the 25-year-old. Now, speaking on the Theatre of Red podcast, journalist Ben Jacobs has suggested Marmoush to United is one to watch in the January transfer window. Bild claims Marmoush would cost between £41.5 million and £50 million, a figure which could soon look a bargain should Marmoush manage to reciprocate his form in England. Ruben Amorim could help Marmoush reach Mohamed Salah levels. While it would be easy to write Marmoush off as a flash in the pan, he is anything but, as his stats last season, 32 games, 13 goals, 6 assists, show he has been building toward the world-class levels he is putting in this season. As a player, Marmoush's number one most similar player on FBref is Vinicius Jr., which shows what a handful he is for defenders. With these qualities, working in that inside forward role under Amorim's expert tactical instructions could turn Marmoush into the best Egyptian player in the Premier League. This would be an impressive signing for Ineos and is an instant upgrade for the forward line, no matter what position he plays in across the three. Ruben Amorim's first words to Manchester United players as he starts work as head coach. New Man United head coach Ruben Amorim met some of his players for the first time on Tuesday, and he had a message for them. Ruben Amorim told his Manchester United players that they had to have fun together as he met some of his new charges for the first time on Tuesday. The club's new head coach was at Carrington on Tuesday for meetings with club officials and the remaining members of the coaching staff. He also greeted some of the first-team squad members who were in the building and going through their recovery sessions. The majority of United's first-team squad are either away on international duty or on holiday, and Amorim can't conduct training sessions until his visa has been approved anyway, but 5 players were in as they worked their way back to full fitness after recent injuries. Amorim met with Lenny Yoro, Luke Shaw, Kobbie Mainoo, Mason Mount and Toby Collier while at the training ground, shaking hands and hugging him as he toured the building. He also met academy youngsters including Daniel Alma, Emir Ibragimov and Ruben Curley, who have all trained with the first team in recent weeks. At one point Amorim pulled them all together and said, "I'm thrilled to be here, and guys, we have to have fun." The footage was captured by MUTV as they followed the club's new boss around. Amorim also met the remaining members of the coaching staff on Tuesday, with Andreas Jorgensen and Darren Fletcher remaining in post after the departure of several members of Erik ten Hag's team. He did not travel to Old Trafford on Tuesday. Ruben Amorim is set to begin his work as the new Manchester United head coach, and there is a sense of excitement around Old Trafford. Amorim forged a reputation as one of Europe's brightest coaches after winning 2 Primera Liga titles at Sporting CP. Since Mr. Amorim arrived at Sporting, it has been one of the teams to play the best football, Fernandes told CNN Portugal in October. They have been consistent, the signings have been right, and they're in a very good moment. It's a very well-prepared team. In relation to Amorim, he shows that he is prepared at this moment. Coaching Sporting and winning championships is not easy. Sporting went 20 years without winning championships and Amorim arrived and has already won 2. This shows that the work has been done well. If he could manage to do the same in England, Spain or anywhere else. Footage of Ruben Amorim introducing himself to Manchester United's players at Carrington has been released, and the new head coach exuded warmth as he met some of the squad. Most of the players have reported for international duty, but some have not been called up and are recovering from injury, which explains why they're at Carrington this week. They are set to be given a few days off. That is standard for the international break, but it was important they got an opportunity to meet Amorim before they enjoyed a rest. Amorim was overheard saying, "Guys, we have to have fun," in one conversation, and looked incredibly personable as he embraced players, while he also made sure to introduce himself to a handful of youngsters from the academy who were stretching with foam rollers. Amorim is an outstanding communicator and speaks fluent English. His personality shone through in the footage, and he seems guaranteed to become a hit within the dressing room. A new coach must get his squad to buy into his philosophy and vision, and Amorim's former players have spoken about the effort he makes to create genuine personal relationships. Amorim seems like an exceptional people manager, and the club media cameras picked up his exchange with Mason Mount, who recently returned from another injury setback. Mount embraced Amorim and the pair shared a few brief words with smiles on their faces. There has been a conversation among fans about which players will benefit the most from the 39-year-old's arrival from Sporting Lisbon, and Mount has the potential to be among the big winners. The midfielder, who signed for an initial £55 million from Chelsea in 2023, made just 5 starts in the Premier League in his first season, which was blighted by a few injury concerns. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video with more latest updates.